They also had a reputation as fierce warriors, a reputation that carries over to modern boxing history. Fighters like Danny Little Red Lopez, Salvatore Sanchez, Julio Cesar Chavez have built a legacy true to their heritage. Michael Carbajal, a Mexican-American from Phoenix, continues building his reputation. Denied the gold by a disputed decision in Seoul, today the Olympic silver medalist becomes the first from that team to fight for a professional title before a hometown crowd. A warrior true to his heritage, undefeated, Michael Carbajal pursues his American dream. Live on NBC's Sports World. Junior flyweight title bout with 27-year-old Tony Deluca defending his crown against the highly regarded Michael Carbajal. Hi everybody, Marv Albert with the Fight Doctor, Ferdy Pacheco, and this a matchup of a hard-working brawler going against a stylish Olympic hero. Michael Carbajal comes in with a record of 11-0, 7 by knockout, but with extensive amateur experience, over 100 amateur bouts. Deluca, record of 17-2, 3 draws, only 6 by knockout. He's had far less amateur competition. Tony Bazooka Deluca is out of Portsmouth, New Hampshire, now lives in San Diego. He attends San Diego State University. He is majoring in marketing. In fact, Ferdy was telling us last night that he has a midterm coming up in managerial accounting this Wednesday.
Well, he can apply to Don King for a job. He's always looking for good accounting. And also, it's a great thing for a boxer to be an accountant these days. It's a good complementary career.
Never thought of it like that.
You
True.
have to think those things.
Yes, Deluca is a southpaw, likes to switch up occasionally between right and left. What problems, if any, would that pose for Carbajal?
None at all. Carbajal is a consummate pro as far as handling left-handers. He's already beaten 4, so he's not going to see anything new. The problem is going to come with Bazooka. He's got to face a hostile audience, a great fighter in Carbajal as far as a technician is concerned. And more important than that, the tissues around his right eye are very soft and sensitive. They break open as they have in other fights. Then he's got a passel of trouble to worry about.
A passel of trouble, perhaps. And here comes Michael Carbajal. He is making his way, fighting in his hometown of Phoenix for the 5th time, and this is 12th professional bout. So the Olympic light flyweight silver medalist, moments away from a scheduled 12-rounder against Tony Bazooka Deluca, what should be the toughest test in his professional career. A great admirer, incidentally, of Roberto Duran. Carbajal calls himself the small hands of stone, and he'll be looking to use those hands in rapid fashion against Tony Deluca, who is certainly candid in analyzing his boxing skills. We talked with Deluca earlier today.
I'm not the world's best fighter, but I work very hard at it, physically and mentally, and so by the time I get into the ring, I know what I can do, I know what I've got to do, and I'm ready to go. I'm the champ.
Well, he is the NABF junior flyweight champion. Won the crown by defeating Willie Salazar in a 12-round decision last August. But the NABF version is merely a stepping stone. The goal here to fight the IBF title holder, Wangshay Kitakasim of Thailand. Michael Carbajal attempting to become the first 1988 U.S. Olympian to fight for a world title. Carbajal at 5'5", a half inch on Deluca. Weight at 108, and the slight reach advantage for Carbajal. Referee is Al Munoz of Phoenix. The scoring on the 10-point must system handled by 3 judges: Aaron Kaiser of Phoenix, Vince Delgado from Los Angeles, and Chuck Chiampa out of Las Vegas. There is no standing 8 count. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. 3 knockdowns in a round, and the bout is over. And the bell can save the fighter only in the 12th and final round. Michael Carbajal, who began his professional career last February on the Roberto Duran Iran Barkley undercard, was victorious in a 4-round decision. Deluca has the heart and tenacity, very aggressive, but Ferdy Carbajal, the more accomplished fighter and a faster, more effective puncher.
I think the idea that Carbajal has found his way in the pros, whereas he's much better than in the amateurs. The Olympics showed that he was a puncher kind of a guy. He is an accomplished boxer, and he's patient. He's very patient. He'll let Deluca lead and then make him pay for it.
And Deluca, as we mentioned earlier, opening up southpaw. But from time to time, he will try to switch up.
If he does, it's to his disadvantage. I think he needs to go with what got him here with the very best that he's got, which is the left hand stance. And he thinks that way, too. In an interview earlier, he said, I'm going to go with what got me here. I'm not going to switch around with this guy. He's too good.
Carbajal, as we've seen, is at his best when he's at the center of the ring, working the jab and moving. And I would think that Deluca will try to get him into a brawl to get him off his game.
He's got to get him mad. He's got that trigger temper, has Carbajal. In spite of as patient as he is and as beautiful a boxer as he is, he's not afraid to mix it up. And it's not to his advantage with Deluca.
Just underway. It's scheduled for 12 because it is an NABF championship bout. Deluca's most recent fight last November, San Diego, won a 10-round decision over Abraham Garcia. Deluca began his professional boxing career in '83. He was a Golden Gloves champion as a flyweight in Massachusetts.
What you can glean from watching this first round is that masterfully distancing of Carbajal. As Carbajal wants to, he comes in the fight. When he doesn't want to, he keeps that distance, so the jab of Deluca is just landing in air. I mean, that gets you very impatient after a while, and you start rushing in. That is exactly what Carbajal is setting up.
And we're approaching 10 seconds remaining in this first round. We'll be back in Phoenix in a moment. Phoenix, we're at the Civic Plaza.
There's no mouthpiece here. There's no mouthpiece. Deluca's saying, where's my mouthpiece? His corner is arguing, and the referee is giving him time. He should call timeout here. This is it's highly irregular.
And the clock continues to run. There is no timeout taken, so 18 seconds elapsed.
Wow, that's all right. And now they're handing the mouthpiece in. He started the fight without the mouthpiece. Of course, I can't see that. I don't know why they just didn't count it at the timeout.
And the referee, Al Munoz, has it in his left hand. And at the appropriate time, according to the rules of the Arizona Athletic Commission, the referee, there it is, puts it in his mouth. And you hear the reaction from the crowd. I would think on the checklist in the corner, that would be number one. Put the mouthpiece in.
It is definitely number one, and it's amazing how many times even experienced cornermen miss that. But when you have inexperienced people, that happens. These guys, one of them has got a century of experience in there. He should have known better. And that is Juan Bustamante, who is a very, very veteran.
Michael Carbajal in Seoul, the silver medalist in the light flyweight division, made his mark by upsetting the favorite Old Kwang Seo of Korea in the first round, but his dreams of a gold medal were ended when he lost a disputed decision to Ivela Ristov of Bulgaria in the championship bout. And there's his brother Danny. Throughout Michael's amateur career, he was trained by Danny, who is a barber by trade. In fact, Michael Carbajal trained in a ring that Danny built in the backyard of the Carbajal house on 9th Street here in Phoenix. The Carbajals refer to it as the 9th Street Gym.
That's interesting that Carbajal, good exchange by Carbajal. He's starting to find the range. Carbajal is starting to find the range and loading up with the punches. That right hand is very hard.
That was the most effective blow of the bout. He's getting the right hand in now on Deluca.
And Carbajal had said, when I fight left-handers, it's my right hand that does the damage. He's certainly carried that out in these first two rounds. You see the lunging that Deluca has to do to get in. That's what we referred to in the first round. When he can't cut that distance, he's going to find himself desperate and lunging in. Again, just then.
Although Carbajal is only 5'5", he is rangy for a junior flyweight, and that appears to be bothering Deluca. Usually has the reach advantage on his opponent. There you go. Final seconds. Second round. A good one for Michael Carbajal.
Already from the first round to the brow of Tony Deluca by Dr. Gerald Farrell, a urologist who is working in his corner.
We mentioned at the start that Tony Deluca has problems with the cuts over the right eye. And apparently the problems have begun early. This is scheduled for 12. We're round 3, 30 seconds gone by. Deluca in the silver trunks with the red trim. And this is what he wants to do, to get the Carbajal in the corner against the rope. The Carbajal able to spin out. Did take a right hand, though, from Deluca.
That's that trigger temper that I'm talking about. He will not back away from a fight. When Carbajal finds himself in the corner, he can spin out, he can box out, he goes toe-to-toe. A lot of spirit in Michael Carbajal, and of course, Deluca's known for that. That's what he does as he comes to brawl.
But you know what I miss, though? Tony Deluca, who we mentioned is a marketing major at San Diego State, at times has entered the ring flinging bubble gum to the crowd to respond to the nickname Bazooka. What a merchandising bonanza, although he did not do it earlier.
And his reason was great. He said, this crowd will throw it back at me. He said, I'll wait till after the fight to throw the bubble gun.
The marketing major, Mr. Deluca, was once known as Mighty Mouse. Somehow it doesn't have the proper ring to it. These days, I think mice are out.
Well, Bazooka, for a guy that can't punch very hard, is a little exaggeration. Put on him by James the Heat Kitchen, who had a kind of strange nickname himself. There wasn't that much heat to the Heat.
Yes, Tony Bazooka Deluca with only 6 knockouts in his 19 fights. Record of 17-2. Just under 1 minute remaining in this third round. What does your scorecard have?
On my scorecard, of course, Carbajal taking it on. The action heating up. As again, Bazooka gets Carbajal in a corner, and Carbajal has no intention of getting out. He's fighting into that corner. Carbajal has taken 2 rounds on Mike's scorecard, and he's on the way to taking the third. He's a superior boxer here.
Scoring on the 10-point must system, and it's being handled by 3 judges. Good right hand landed by Carbajal. And that's it for round 3. Oh, late shot.
What Carbajal wants, a boom right on the bridge of the nose. That's what he's been doing for 3 straight rounds.
And there is 22-year-old Michael Carbajal. Record of 11-0, 7 by knockout. Flyweights and junior flyweights are rare commodity in the United States. In the 20s and 30s, they did get top billing from time to time, but usually the lighter weights, flyweights and junior flyweights, have had to travel to Japan and South America to come up with decent purses. Michael Carbajal, though, looking to become a rarity. A junior flyweight champion from the United States.
What a right hand by Carbajal. Again, planted exactly where he wants it and with a lot of strength.
Good combination by Carbajal.
Carbajal off the ropes is devastating. He comes off those ropes battling and driving back Bazooka.
What about the right above the right eye of Deluca? Looks to be swelling once again. That is Manuel Carbajal, Michael's dad. Large family of Carbajals. In fact, Michael is number 8 in a family of 9. And Manuel, a one-time Golden Gloves champion. That's where it all began, and then Danny has been the man handling Michael Carbajal since he began boxing at the age of 6 years old.
Manny's face, beside having youthful innocence, looks like he's enjoying himself. Looks like this is a wonderful game of half court or something he's playing. He just has a kind of a whimsical smile as he pounds that right hand straight in. Low blow from Carbajal. He's not been warned. This referee, Al Munoz, has been told he can warn a guy 3 times, then he's got to take a point off. So he's been very careful to warn somebody. It's almost like the Olympics here. 3 warnings, and you got to take a point away from the guy. That's very tough.
Crowd overreacting to a right hand that grazed Deluca. Oh, nothing grazing about that shot.
I think he heard you, and he wanted to confirm that he does put that right hand in with authority.
Deluca has remained in the southpaw stance throughout. He says he is ambidextrous, just switching to protect cuts that he has sustained during the course of his career over that right eye.
Well, I don't think it helps a guy that's a natural left-handed fighter to switch over. It's all right to ploy in the middle of the fight. You go back and forth, but really you got to stick with what got you here, or else you're going to get killed with a fighter like this.
And we have come to the end of round 4.
Bazooka's corner has put ice as well as end swell. That means he's really worried about that boggy area around the right eye, as Carbajal continues to pound it with that stinging left jab, and that's what's doing the damage to the right eye.
Just underway in round 5. Marv Albert with the fight doctor. Ferdy Pacheco scheduled for 12 from the Civic Plaza in the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona. And Michael Carbajal building up the points.
And there's no shortage of desire on the part of Bazooka. Deluca said time and again, I've come to fight. That's all I know how to do is fight. I may not be as good as he is, but I can fight, and he's come to do that.
Referee Al Munoz breaking the fighters. Talking with Tony Deluca last night, he said he's had trouble finding opponents. Most of the quality junior flyweights are in Japan and Korea and Thailand. He said in order to fight them, one must go there. He says they seldom leave their countries because they can't take their officials along with them.
Right now, Bazooka's going to get in some trouble with those low blows. They're all landing below where that writing is. It says Carbajal on his trunks, and the referee still has not warned him. I think that's really influencing the referee, that he's got to only 3 warnings. He's got to take a point away from a guy that's lost every round so far.
A right that staggered Deluca. Holding and hitting now by both. And Carbajal comes out with the combination.
Right, no shortage of fire on Carvajal's part.
Strong body blow that hurt Deluca. That stung Carbajal.
Those are the best blows, series of blows by Bazooka. He landed 3 or 4 good ones. This is the closest he's come to being in this fight, and that's because Carbajal has chosen to fight. He has chosen to abandon boxing and just go at him.
Deluca landing uppercuts. We're down to 25 seconds left in round 5.
Best action round of this fight as Deluca's come on.
Tony Deluca, 27 years old, from Fort Smith, New Hampshire. He attended Northeastern University for a couple of years. Now living in San Diego. He's a part-time student at San Diego State. And that is it for round 5.
That right hand right on the button and sets Deluca back, but Deluca comes back, and watch this series of combinations. Even though he's lunging forward, the lefts and rights are raining, just barely missing, and that one connected, and that one connected, and it was an impressive series of blows for Bazooka Deluca.
It is on to round 6. Michael Carbajal has been headhunted. Normally he's excellent body puncher and has not been going that route.
And he also told us, you know, when it looks like I'm just going crazy on the inside, I'm not. I'm a very controlled and organized inside fighter. I like those inside uppercuts. I know what I'm doing when I get in there. It's not just bumping heads and fighting. And he proved it that last round as some inside uppercuts did some damage on Deluca.
That right hand getting in did not do much damage. Michael Carbajal in the white trim with red, and Tony Bazooka Deluca in the silver trunks with the red and black trim. Carbajal sticking his tongue out at Deluca.
He looks like he's enjoying this. Looks like the blows aren't hurting him all. I'll tell you one thing, Bazooka gained some points there because he landed 4 or 5 straight shots and he still got him pinned to the ropes. Deluca should attack. Oh, what a low, 2 blows. And then Carbajal says here's a little low one to see how it feels. And again, no warning from the referee at all.
I think that rule served to intimidate the referee.
I talked to him beforehand, and he told me, he says, I got to be careful here because 3 warnings is nothing in a fight like this.
Halfway through round 6, scheduled for 12.
Carbajal, in effect, letting Deluca back into this fight, building such a great lead, and then just choosing to have some Sunday fun, just swapping punches when he didn't have to. Let's watch inside fighting as Bazooka comes in. See a little uppercut on the inside? That's what Carbajal likes to do.
With a rest period by Deluca as he went through the ropes. Down to 45 seconds left in the 6th round. Michael Carbajal fighting in his hometown here in Phoenix. Tony Deluca out of Portsmouth, New Hampshire, now living in San Diego. He comes in as the NABF junior flyweight champion, but both these fellows, oh, look out, low blow.
Now that was really low. Now that, and still no warning. That was really a south of the border blow. Unintentional, but it still hurts, and it still puts a crimp in your action for a while.
A crimp in the action from that low blow.
I'm trying to be nice.
Final seconds. Round 6.
Out of the action where you see the masterful psychological warfare of Michael Carbajal. After all of this, look what Michael does. A little stick of the tongue. And now it comes back. Carbajal says, on top of that, I'm going to give you a low blow to see how it feels like. I think the counter blow to that would have been, he should have blown a bubble at him, and then that would have evened out the tongue.
And we do have a later report on Bazooka not throwing out the gum at the start of the fight. He says he will do it at the end, win or lose. This is round 7.
Good news for Bazooka Limon is that Bazooka Deluca is that the eye has not opened up. The doctor's done an exceptionally good job. It's applied in swelling cold, and it hasn't opened.
And that eye, a problem right from the start. They were applying the end swell device from the 1st and 2nd round on. A win today for Carbajal could mean a world title fight against the IBF junior flyweight champion, Wangche Kitakaisen, no relation to Casey Kasem of Thailand.
I think I'll let you do that fight by yourself. You're the only one who can pronounce that name as well as you just did. Trippingly off the tongue. Let's watch Carbajal inside. Let's see what he does. He's just measuring, keeping his cool.
And once again, Deluca has Carbajal in the corner, and that's where he wants him.
And that's where Carbajal wants to be, or else he wouldn't be there, because this guy can get out of there if he wants to. Well,
earlier you saw Michael's father, Manuel. There's his mother Barry Carbajal, Michael, the 8th of 9 children. 3 older sisters, 4 older brothers, 1 younger brother.
Blood starting to come from the nose of Bazooka Deluca as he's getting a pounding now. Carbajal has been administering a systematic beating, zinging jabs and a straight right hand that continues to land. There it went again, but did not land.
By Carbajal, and that stung Deluca. Good right hand by Carbajal. Strong finish for Michael Carbajal in round 7. Unlike Michael Carbajal, of course, we don't know if Tony Deluca may have antagonized him prior to that, but that's unusual to see.
It is. He's such a courteous and well-spoken, nice little kid. A kid, he's a man, but he is so courteous and nice. Maybe it's his hometown crowd is rooting him on, and it's a little show business, but I hope that's not part of his future act. We got Paez for that. And talking about Paez, after his fight 2 or 3 weeks ago where he looked so weak after losing weight, these two guys look like they're in exceptionally good shape. They just have been going at it. They don't look like they're weary or weak. In spite of the pounding that Carbajal has given Bazooka, he seems like he's in great shape.
Deluca getting a left hand in on Carbajal. Minute gone by in round 8. What does the fight doctor scorecard show?
My scorecard has a shutout for Carbajal outside of a couple of rounds where Bazooka had a rally, but the rest of the round he got nailed. So as far as I can see, it's a shutout for Carbajal.
Jorge Paez, he will return to the ring on the 7th of April. Fight will be seen here on NBC, defending his IBF featherweight crown against Louis Espinosa. That's a rematch of that controversial draw last year.
There's Carbajal inviting him in. Oh, look, he's inviting him in with the right hand. Carbajal does not mind being in a corner because he gets the advantage every time Bazooka comes in.
Carbajal going to the body with effectiveness. And the crowd reacts with just under 1 minute left in this 8th round.
With exhaustion not being a factor right now, and with Carbajal apparently comfortably ahead, it begins to appear that Deluca will need a knockout to win here and save his crown.
And Deluca not noted for knockout power.
Are you trying to tell me that he's dug a deep hole for himself? He needs a knockout, but he doesn't have the power.
Only 6 knockouts in his 17 victories. Round 8. Civic Plaza, Phoenix, Arizona. This is round 9.
Bazooka Deluca came right across the ring, ready to take up where he left off, which was taking a shellacking. I don't know he's in such a hurry to come over here for, but Carbajal is economizing. He's not moving much. He's standing in front of him. Certainly Bazooka has no kind of motion. Now he's saying, come on, come on. It's a battle of making faces.
A lot of conversation between the two. Carbajal looks amused by it.
Oh. He's inviting him to punch anyway.
Well, Deluca getting it into a street brawl. Meanwhile, his right eye on the verge of closing.
The thing I like about Carbajal is, while he's got a fighting spirit, he seems to be so cold and cool and determined. All fighters that aspire to greatness have that quality, that coolness and knowing where you're at, not being rattled, not being discombobulated by anything your opponent does. He has that quality.
Deluca, as we heard earlier, said that right at the start that he knows he's not a great fighter, indicating that other methods have to be used, and that is what he's trying to do. Trying to unnerve Carbajal.
You can't fault him for trying. Bazooka's trying everything he knows how to keep his title.
We are midway through the 9th round. Michael Carbajal, record of 11-0, 7 by knockout, the Olympic light flyweight silver medalist in Seoul, going up against Tony Deluca, who is defending his NABF junior flyweight title. And coming up next, NBC's Golf Tour will take you to beautiful La Jolla, California for live final round action of the Shearson Lehman Hutton Open. That's next here on NBC. Seconds remaining in this 9th round, a round that opened up with both boxers doing a lot of talking to each other. Deluca trying to bother Carbajal verbally. Back with round 10 in a moment.
Set piece battle that Carbajal wins with a terrific jab. Watch this jab. Boom! That's the kind of set piece that he invites him to come in. When he comes in, there's the jab.
And there is Michael Carbajal's mom, Mary. As we get underway in round 10, we mentioned right at the start that this should be a matchup of Deluca's heart and tenacity, very aggressive fighter against a more accomplished and quicker man, and that has been the case. Deluca difficult to put down. He hangs in against Carbajal, who certainly had his way throughout.
I particularly enjoy watching him fight off the ropes. I just think he's so cool off the ropes. He just keeps his eye on his opponent, figures out what he's going to do, and lands the punches that he wants. He's out in the middle of the ring. There's no contest. He keeps the distance he wants until he dictates that he's going to come in with a jab, this Carbajal. And there's Bazooka. Apparently, no one's told him to move back away from the jab, because his method of countering that is to take it on his face. The only movement in this fight is on the part of Carbajal when he wishes to reset the battle piece, and then he waits for Bazooka to come in and punishes him on the way in.
Tony Deluca was telling us that he was a great fan of Ray Boom Boom Mancini, and that led him to follow up on his amateur boxing career. Did win a Golden Gloves in Massachusetts. By turning pro, he was enthralled by the successful marketing of Mancini, and that encouraged him to pursue a boxing career, spoken like a true marketing major, which he is at San Diego State. But Carbajal landing the major blows here with a minute to go in the 10th round.
Quite a rally by Carbajal. He's trying to put him out, but you know what? Bazooka is one tough nut. He won't go.
Deluca staggered and claiming that he took another low blow.
Still no warning from the referee. Both eyes are now closing on Deluca.
solid left hand from Carbajal. And the referee talking about the low blows to both fighters.
He just mentioned one warning. He just mentioned to the referee one warning on Carbajal.
It is on to round 11 from the Civic Plaza, Phoenix, Arizona. It has been Michael Carbajal right from the opening bell. No knockdowns, though, in the bout. Carbajal, the 22-year-old from Phoenix, the Olympic light flyweight silver medalist from Seoul, and looking to put Tony Deluca down.
Those are hard punches. Got knockout written on every punch now. These are not tentative set-em-up punches. This is knock-em-out punches. Warning that we spoke of at the end of that round was a warning for low blows, the first against Carbajal. 3, and he gets a point taken off, and I think he can afford it. He is so far ahead of this fight. I think he's won just about every round on my card.
This is scheduled for 12 under the rules of the NABF. And again, Deluca's leg buckled. Deluca looking exhausted now.
Giving ground. Not launching into an attack. Just trying to survive right now.
Carbajal thought he had him.
Yeah. He faked the run in.
Deluca looks like he's about ready to go. He's taken in that headlock now. And the referee, Al Munoz, steps in. Well, coming up next here on NBC, with a minute 20 left in the 11th round, Carbajal seeking the knockout. And the mouthpiece goes flying again.
But this one's from Carbajal. Carbajal got hit 4 punches and the mouthpiece came out. So when there's a break in the action, if there's a break in the action, the referee will replace it. This is when he can do it if he wants to. And he doesn't want to.
Again, Carbajal pursuing Deluca. Oh, nice right hand that sliced in.
And it's target practice right now for Carbajal. Carbajal seeking that small advantage that will get him a knockout here.
And now the mouthpiece being inserted. We'll be back with the 12th and final round in just a moment. One more round, I think. That's Mary Carbajal, yes. One more. I don't know if she can take one more. 12th and final round from Phoenix. Marv Albert with the fight doctor. Tony Pacheco, our producer John Ferrantis, director Brian Sharon. The Olympic light flyweight silver medalist in Seoul, Michael Carbajal, looking to extend to a 12-0 record. And Tony Deluca, 27-year-old out of Fort Smith, New Hampshire, now living in San Diego, has been able to hang in.
And hang in's a good word, because that's about all he's been able to do here. He has not taken advantage in any one-round clear cut. And Carbajal is still out for the knockout. There's a beautiful example of fighting off the ropes and infighting. Calm detachment. And the uppercuts that he puts in there are devastating.
Okay, that's it. Hold it.
It's gone by in this final round. A little holding and hitting on the part of both Deluca and Carbajal. Right hand by Deluca, but he has nothing on the front.
He landed a couple of good blows, but there's really no steam there.
Well, Carbajal slipped momentarily, but able to spin out of difficulty. Midway point in this final round.
Another thing he got from Boom Boom, and that desire to fight every second of every round that Boom Boom has. And also he changed his name from Adam Marchulitis to Tony Deluca because he said Boom Boom Mancini has an Italian name. That's what fighters sound like.
Once again, all for the marketing.
Well, when you got a name like Adam Marchulitis, it'd be good in the movies, but in boxing, Tony Deluca's better.
That's when he was known as Adam Mighty Mouse Marchulitis. And when we say champion and challenger, that is the NABF version. Carbajal has, oh, look out, Deluca is hurt, and that may be it.
Oh, right at the end, as eye is opened up, right at the end. Let's see that again.
Well, Al Munoz says continue fighting. Down to 35 seconds remaining in the round. And Deluca just looking to conclude matters on his feet. He says, come on, as he has taken a pounding, that right eye looking very nasty.
Yes, it's a shame. Right at the very end of the bout, that right eye has smudged up with some blood.
A big right hand by Carbajal. And a strong ending for Michael Carbajal. That is it. It goes the distance, and there's no question about the victor. It will be Michael Carbajal, although we'll be back for the official decision in just a moment. Michael Carbajal with a clear-cut victory over Tony Deluca. Back in Phoenix in a moment. Right now, back to our New York
First, here's Dan Duva, the promoter for Evander Holyfield. We've been talking with John Johnson and Buster Douglas throughout the day, and the impression is that a September fight, supposedly in Las Vegas, is set. Holyfield against Douglas. True?
Not true. Ken Sanders, myself, Shelley Finkel, and Evander Holyfield have not agreed to any terms for a Douglas-Holyfield fight.
Have you agreed in principle to the fight, and it's just a matter of, okay, they'll work it out over time in terms of where it'll be and who gets paid what? Can the fight fan count on a September fight, I guess is what I'm asking.
I think the fight fans can count on a Holyfield-Douglas fight. I don't know if they can count on September or any date. Those are the terms that have to be discussed and negotiated and agreed upon. As of right now, all we've done is agree to agree.
What's the difference between a June and a September fight in your mind?
In my mind, I think there's a lot more money available for the fight in June than there is in September.
Because Douglas is hot now?
Douglas is hot now. If he's the #1 story in sports right now. If he waits till September with the start of a new football season, college and pro, start of the pennant races in baseball, then he becomes just another one of the big stories. Right now he's hot, and in my experience in boxing, you strike when it's hot.
All right, we'll come back and talk more with Dan Duva as time allows, but right now, back out to Phoenix. We rejoin Marv Albert and Ferdy Pacheco. They're ready to announce the decision.
All right, Bob, and back at the Civic Plaza in Phoenix, we are set for the decision. Let's go to the ring announcer, Jack Budd.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. I will read the scorecards as follows. Judge Vince Delgado scores the bout 120-108. Judge Chuck Giampa scores the bout 117-111. Judge Aaron Kaiser scores the bout 118-110. All for the new NABF Junior Flyweight Champion, Michael Carbajal.
So it is a unanimous decision. Michael Carbajal maintaining his unbeaten record. He's 12-0 as he wins handily over Tony Bazooka Deluca. But what is on Carbajal's mind would be next a world title fight with the IBF Junior Flyweight Champion Wangchae Kitakishin of Thailand.
Back to the Resorts International Hotel here in Atlantic City, where we're getting ready to see Tracy Spann and Delmar Paisan But first, we want to give you our 900 number question. Boy, this is on everybody's mind. We know now that it looks like Buster Douglas might be fighting Evander Holyfield. Should Buster Douglas have to fight the mandatory #1 contender, Evander Holyfield, before there is a Douglas-Tyson rematch? If you think yes or you think no, please call us. The number, 900-226-ESPN, 3776. 95 cents a call, and you can't use a rotary phone, folks. It won't work. Just a touch-tone phone will work. And the rules here in New Jersey, Dave.
The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. It would terminate a bout. The standing 8 count matters, which means a